Thaumaturge is a word deriving from Greek. It means miracles. A thaumaturge or tempermancer is one able to discover secrets lingering in persons or places. They recognize flaws or stigmas printed on the human psyche and can bring them to the surface. Are they a doctor of souls? It is impossible to fully name the essence of a thaumaturge without being born one.
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you. I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote. I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone. I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested. He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now, does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Ligia.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
What's your message?
They just say thank you. First play a trick on him. Why not?
Take this down, please. Arrived. Very beautiful views. People honest at first glance. Sincerely, your barely living cripple.
I didn't mean to cause offense.
Well, then strike that, please. Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope he will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Please add my love to you, my sister.
Touching. From whom?
My name is Viktor Szulski. S-Z-U-L-S-K-I. And Viktor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw. Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere, on every map.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
Oi! Lost letter, dear Anthony. It feels like ages have passed since your last letter, or maybe it's just the winter that makes everything good and warm seem distant. As you can guess, the life of an exile does not spoil me. Years ago, I was uprooted from my homeland and sent to a foreign land, among foreign people, to fight under the Russian banner. And how am I today? I live among people who hate me. I'm losing my health and my mind and cultivating the land that I fertilized with the blood and flesh of its sons. And I can't leave here. I can't stop reminiscing. Death seems to be my only means of escape. Please pray for me. Constantine. P.S. I don't think this letter will make it through the censorship, but if it does, please tell Anilka that the thought of her brought me solace until the very end. Another letter. Dear Chanko, please stop with the gentry snobbery and listen to what I tell you. Times are changing. You can no longer rely solely on property ownership. The peasants are different now, and it is not all clear how things will turn out in the coming years. You just have to look. Wherever you turn, you hear about revolts and peasant guerrillas going at the lords with pitchforks. We have to protect ourselves, have something on the side, some business that will allow us to live with dignity. That's why I'm telling you for the last time, go to the Bank of Tiflis and take a loan against half of our assets in the Caucasus. Caucasus. Invest in the oil business in Baku. The railroad is already getting there and the world needs kerosene. You need to act. I will send you all the documents and all the authorizations. Don't delay any longer. I don't know why we're reading this. What's that? There's nothing. Yeah, let's go. Perception. As a Thaumaturge, you possess exceptional perception. You can see things that are hidden from sight, and you can anticipate the enemy's action. You can follow traces of emotions, thoughts, actions, and words, and you can reach your goal easier. There's something. The Tiflis Herald. In a second. The tragic events of August 29 have cast a shadow on the city of Tiflis, leaving it in deep mourning. Yesterday's rally, where reform proposals set out by Minister Alexander Buligin were to be discussed, was brutally interrupted by Cossacks, troops that stormed inside the municipal board building. Armed Cossacks entered the conference room, wreaking havoc. In the turmoil, 60 people were killed and over 100 were injured. People are shocked at another instance of unjustified aggressions against the nation of Georgia. Many believe more mass strikes are inevitable. You get experience from reading these? Ah, this is why we're reading them. I see. Maybe we find something else. No, that's not. Alright, there's only one.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
So is it just locals living in the village?
Who else would want to live in a shithole like this?
I actually meant, is there anyone visiting, a guest?
Ah, you came for some healing. Well, he's no guest here. He's been here months, my friend. The people are tormented, so he's sure got folks to heal.
Where might I find him?
I bet he's still in the tavern. He prays this time of day. Oh, he prays a heck of a lot. You getting in, or what?
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with. Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
Protective charm made of strings, sticks, and feathers, supposed to protect the residents from the influence of evil powers. Proletariatus Sola, holy shit. Soon the day will come when the people will throw off their hated shackles. With one stroke of the mighty arm, hardened by work and struggle with misery, they will get rid of the despised Tsar. May the recent events, so agonizing for many, be a torch that will kindle the flame of a just revolution. It will only take a few people to raise their heads proudly and abandon their work for the flame to become an inferno that will consume the oppressor and cleanse our lands. It is already happening. Workers in major cities are preparing for action, and the country folk are also joining the fray. The hour of trial is upon us. Let us not lose heart.
Gentlemen, is this the tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. Are they warm?
Aye, indeed. A proud answer. It's not. It not only draws from your floor of pride's level, but will also feed it even more.
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snummy. We are the Tsar's soldiers.
Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't
Ooh,
think he'll talk
we
to
are
us
definitely out for
voluntarily.
trouble. Aye. Victory conditions. When your enemies lose all their health points, you win the fight. The enemy's health points are shown on bars below the feet. While your health points are presented by a bar at the bottom left corner of the screen. Heyo. Oh, this fucker has a knife! Action cube. Perception allows you to anticipate the enemy's action. To find out what they are planning, unfold the action cube on the top of the screen. Each skill has its own speed. Slower skills are more powerful but require preparation, bringing the risk of an enemy attacking first. Oh, and you don't die. Oh, listen.
There's the Ruskies right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
We pad
Good
really.
boy.
Oh, nice. Can we get up the ladder? I don't think so. I'll go up the ladder. Alright, let's go in. The atmosphere of this game is really nice. News from Yerevan. Our correspondents report that the newly appointed Governor General of the Yerevan province, Prince Napoleon Louis Joseph Jerome Bonaparte, has just arrived in town. The highest officials were present at the welcoming ceremony, followed by a dinner with representatives from Yerevan's most eminent families. The Governors General's addresses the townspeople is expected in the next few days. Nothing else to interact with, that was it. I'm gonna check. Yeah, alright, let's go.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin?
I forgive you.
I'm
Yes,
sorry.
thank you.
It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
yes, I've heard, especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases, inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
I first learned of you in Paris. A charismatic miracle worker from Russia. I even heard about you from my doctors. By the time I got to Petersburg, you were already gone. I've crossed almost 3 continents, through Siberia, India, and half of Europe. But if you're asking me about my origins, I'm from Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Viktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a Thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
Are we at the height of our power? I don't know. Let's just accept the challenge.
What would you like me to do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
He's a good doggy. Prayer beads. Time 1 prayer beads with 30 wool knots. The seal gushing from the beads impregnates the wool better than the tallow from the owner's strong fingers. The object pulses with a mixture of blue rapture, purple passion, and graphite fierceness. The touch of the beads burns, but it also attracts. Rasputin's wish. Rasputin has a magnetic seal and passion. He is a man with an attractive personality, strong and fierce, who's easy to follow. One just has to be careful not to get burned by the flame of his ardor. If it acquired the knowledge or context required to give a response.
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Observations are information that you acquire by interacting with people and items. Observations make up conclusions, a valuable source of knowledge about the world and events that can help you in different situations. Perception on objects. Thaumaturge possesses perception, which allows them to read other people's emotions, actions, words, and thoughts left on items. In order to recognize them, you must develop the heart, deed, word, and mind dimensions sufficiently. The fuck? On some items you will find a trace of someone's personality. It takes one of 3 forms. Unknown, you see it for the first time. Familiar, you have seen it before, but you're not certain who it belongs to. Certain, you know exactly who left it. And traces are only revealed once you pass the test of perception on the item. Any?
Let's take a look around. You will be mine, secret.
A dirty bowl that someone has eaten stew from. Dimension force to lower it. The fuck?
Who would have thought there were such layers of passion within him?
A prayer book. An ornate prayer book containing prayers for the Russian Orthodox Rite. It vibrates with languishing moan of delight, the touch of silk, the scent of courtly powder, but that which is soft and warm is also pierced by the thorns of impending separation and longing. Trace certain Rasputin. Rasputin's passions. Who would have thought that this priest had such passion? Surprisingly, the mask of a healer conceals an outstanding lover, irresistible to women's hearts and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods. Nothing else? There's something. We already drew a conclusion, didn't we? Hair cloth. A penetrative device for voluntary self-mortification of the body. What? Base unknown. Still looking, just in case. Wait, you can talk to him, I know.
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend. Have a seat.
Rasputin will remember that. Oi, oi.
Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
I want to know about the lady.
I can't help but ask you about that young lady from Petersburg.
Careful, I'm starting to like you. But not enough to tell you about Petersburg. How do you think I might help you?
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind, I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
A proud answer not only draws from your floor of pride's level, but will also feed it even more. No, we are desperate.
I don't have much dignity left. I'm prepared to beg for your help.
That won't be necessary, Victor. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. and I've never treated a thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me...
Where am I? Rasputin. There's no one in here.
Spooky red candle.
I need to get out of here. What is this sound? Shackles?
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, Father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind.
Father of the Year award goes to...
Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out. It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a saluter, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
Gee, let that woman sweep already. Multiple objects. Quests have multiple objectives. Really switch for the one you'd like to track. After switching, the objective will reveal a path to follow. Sometimes this path is so mysterious that it includes Even an experienced thaumaturge, no worries that the remaining objectives will provide a way to solve the quest. Okay. Find the person with the flaw that the wild saluter is seeking. Okay.
I felt something. Where is it?
They'll all gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found. That's not yours, don't touch! All these newcomers causing more problems.
A bruised crimson apple. Vesna was trembling, dropped a fruit basket and left this orphan behind. Vesna has left her distinct trace on the fruit. It consists of a heart fluttering in panic and a throat painfully clenched. A bite of this apple would taste of poor fear. Okay. Well, this would get me to the cemetery, I guess. Let's have another look around here. Over my dead body, I'm not giving you anything.
Am I sensing?
Examine. A dead goose. Someone or something strangled this goose. From the goose's twisted neck flows the anger and passion of the person who slaughtered the poor bird. The wave of emotions carries no desire for meat or feathers, only the sour taste of envy and the desire for all of Bogdan's property to go to hell. Why would you strangle an animal for this? Jesus Christ. Alright, let's talk to this.
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much. And he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away, you're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers, a witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
Because you strangled mine. And what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
The conflicted neighbors, a dead goose lies between the quarreling peasants. The obvious bone of contention here. If the wise woman is to settle the dispute, she'd better do it quickly. It will come to fisticuffs in a moment. And to fistic. Draw a conclusion. Neighborly disputes. It seems that the neighbors quarreled over a goose strangled in an act of revenge, a classic of the genre. You strangled a goose. I'm with a wise woman.
The grey-haired lady is right. without an assessment of the stolen object's value or evidence it was stolen, this is just slander. And strangling geese is nothing short of mob justice.
And who asked you, smartass?
You did.
Don't worry, sir. When he sobers up, he'll apologize. It's only too bad about ghouls.
Come inside and tell me what you're doing here.
Unfinished letter, so, my dear son. My heart is crying. Have I harmed you, so that you write about me like this? That you renounce your legacy, your land and your blood? I never said a word to you when you refused to farm with us, nor when you went to Tiflis to study. And now you're calling us stupid, backward. You repeat after that rector of yours, Chudiki. That Georgian, your language, is the language of dogs, and you want to write to me only in Russian? Child, Georgia, Georgia flows in your blood. She is the salt of your tears and the glue in your bones. You will not renounce her. You can't. I don't know how you pronounce this properly in English. I just know the German way, so you need to apologize. Diary of an Oblate Priest. They say that every nation has its demons. Its phantoms, ghosts, and nightmares were created to make naughty children behave. I have gone halfway around the world preaching the word of God and learned the truth. These demons, fiends, and devils cursed by God are real, and they are everywhere. In distant Sirmia, people whispered the name Ukavach, a cruel beast whose presence brings wrath and commands people to inflict violence on the neighbors. A fairy tale, you say, but I have seen Bukavach here in Pyatigorsk. I heard the rattle of his chains and felt his fangs sticking into my neck and tugging at every fiber of my soul, and I felt the fury that his wrath brings with it. The anger from which there is no escape, the taste of blood in my mouth that no prayer can erase. May the holy walls of the Oblate Church stop this beast. Blessed Virgin, keep me safe. Oh fuck, is a Bukavach?
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
A lot of people benefit from your wisdom. They're superstitious and timid, as far as I've been able to figure out. Easy to control, right?
Pot calling kettle. That, my boy, that you can ask that charlatan with fancy dress and beard. Who takes advantage of who here? Bah! The people here are believers, of course. But the spirit in the village is real too.
Is this spirit you're talking about, not a person?
I heard it howling. That's nothing human. One evil spirit here persecutes people, and you can hear it now and then, sometimes. Tragedies attract it, and impure thoughts. We here call it a Bukavach.
But other places probably call it other things.
An evil spirit's an evil spirit. It torments people and turns their weaknesses against them.
And what if I told you I could get rid of it?
I'd say I'll believe it when I see it. And I'd ask, how else can I help you?
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
Ooh. Alright, there's nothing else. Let's go. Oh. Salt on doors, on the doorstep. Salt on the doorstep protects from unwanted visitors and other misfortunes. Hmm. Can we talk to her about that salt?
You've been going in so many circles, your head will spin.
Hey! No, not yet.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get... Am I sensing?
What are we sensing? Can't just go into that house, can we? Oh, there's something. And there. Dish shards. Broken shards of a blue ceramic dish. Broken ceramic trembles with anger and frustration. The quarrel erupted suddenly, spewing out bile of mutual complaints and grievances. Its sweet and pungent taste stupefied, compelled screaming, finger-pointing and hurting. The frenzy lasted until all involved were out of breath. Vesna, that's that woman. Damaged axe shaft. A damaged axe shaft. The traces it bears does not belong to Vesna. The shaft is overgrown with the thorns of bitter words, but there are others, warm, delicate as rose petals. The betray of love for someone who is not afraid of thorns, a love that is difficult but not accepting of violence. Domestic squabbles. In this house lives a married couple who do not mince their words. They argue violently, loudly, until they are out of breath, but they persist together despite everything. A hand-carved and elaborately painted wooden box. Trace unknown. Right. Wasn't there something else but this? I thought there was something else.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over.
Go away.
I'm telling you, go away, or I'll call for help. Help! Help! Somebody help me!
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
We'll talk, all right.
Ah, gosh, no. On the Grimoire's cover, there are available Thaumaturge points that you can spend on the tree. Purchase skill upgrades, improve your powers within any dimension, and hunt saluters to enable further development. Ooh, I don't know what I need. How many do we got? Stanislav Skolsky, my father in Thaumaturge, even my mother was sick of him after a few years of marriage, so she left. I was the only one to inherit his powers, but it didn't bring me any closer. When my powers were revealed, he sent me to Paris. That's something I will never forgive him for. My dear sister Lygia, the only person I truly missed while I'm away. We are twins, so there has always been a special bond between us. I haven't seen her for years. Currently, I only know her from the letters we exchange. People lose all sorts of things, anything can happen. I was born a Thaumaturge on September 22nd, 1875 in Warsaw, under the Tsar's rule. 15 years ago I made a pact with my first saluter, Upir. Then with his help I tried to help my friend. It didn't work out. My father was furious. He sent me to my mother, to Paris. Then I did a lot of stupid things and I almost lost my powers and my connection to Upir. Now here I am, broken, lonely. My only hope is traveling mystic. Such is life. Rasputin, did he change anything in me? Fix anything? I don't know how his power works. It's completely different than Thaumaturgy. Upir is at my service again. It feels good to have him back. Yeah. Each skill can be upgraded. Place the upgrade in the designated spot in the skill icon. Each upgrade takes some space. Choose wisely. Let me take it back out. I see. You have a weapon? Why are we using fists? Restores your focus. Reduces focus by 1 additional. I don't know. Man, what's this influence? No idea what I'm doing, by the way. In order to launch a strong attack against an enemy, you must take away all of their focus, causing them to enter the breakdown state. Strong attacks are much more powerful than other skills and allows the fight to end quicker. Okay. You and your solitaire each have your own separate set of skills. Strong attack opportunity. Enemies has lost all the focus and is now in breakdown state. It's a great chance to launch a strong attack.
The devil sent you.
You could say that, sure.
If thinking interferes with the action so much, the worse for thinking. What? Locals are impetuous, irritable, and eager to pick a fight for even the most trivial reasons. Something is not right here. There's a map. Ooh, let's see. It's a secret. Alright, well, let's just go. The box is marked with words of love, sweet as kisses. The names Vesna and Luca intertwine, cuddling tenderly against the wood, against the delicate carvings, trying to protect them from damp and rain, from all the evil the world carries with it. Can we read that again too? Although it is clearly become moldy from disuse, it carries the memory of the spirit of the one who wielded it, a loner by choice, with a disposition as tart as juniper berries. The shaft is overgrown with the thorns of bitter words, but there are others, warm, delicate as rose petals. Impetuous person. Alright.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please leave. Please. Please.
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look,
wow.
The horse is more dead than alive.
The coachman doesn't want to take me to the cemetery. If I use my power, I should be able to change his mind. Alright, we haven't found what that
I'll be right back.
would be yet. Manipulation. Using Thaumaturge, you can manipulate other people. First, you must know a person's secret, which you can learn by making conclusions. If the manipulation is available, the character interaction icon will change and the OP will appear next to the character. Shovel. The shovel still showed traces of mud and ice. The coachman had to free the wagon's wheels from the soft soil that had engulfed them. That's nothing worse then. Rag. The coachman used the rag to wipe the sweat from his forehead. The rag reeked with the sour odor of fatigue. Attempts to free the wheels from the soft soil made the spine crack like a fishbone and the muscles burn with fire. And no one would help. Such was his job, such was his fate. The coachman is tired and weary. He's worked hard in unloading the wagon alone, and all he dreams of is a moment of rest. I can relieve his suffering.
I'm not going anywhere.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
Is there anything this way now? Alright, let's go in. See nothing. Alright, let's talk to Rasputin. If that's him, I guess it is. Don't see anything else here. Alright.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
I see him. My Uber. He's back. I can feel our bond growing stronger as each moment passes.
I'm happy for you, but do restrain your joy. We're in the cemetery.
I don't have enough words to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafiets.
Doom. Locals say that since the death of the village elder, a doom has hung over the village. Minor quarrels immediately turn into bloody fights, and people are tense and withdrawn. Things are not looking good.
How did this elder die?
There was a fire, sir. Flames shooting sky high, and him burning, swearing, speaking curses. And the curse stuck. Those ruins seem a profaned place now. A wicked spirit has taken over the blighted land.
Don't encourage her. Once she gets going, it can't be stopped.
This could also be the work of a Salita.
What do you mean?
Vasily's death was not peaceful. The elder died in the flames that consumed his house. The ruins are thought to be cursed, and locals speak of them with horror.
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in Wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a Bukavatch.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A Bukavatch.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen.
Superstitions. A woman in the cemetery claims the village is haunted by a lich. His name is Bukavatch. A peaceful and happy village. Not quite. The villagers are riled up and on the point of breaking, laying the blame for their troubles on the actions of a Bukavatch. They are trying to defend themselves against this dark force with folk methods. Good that we got our own private taxi here.
I felt something. Where is it? I felt something. Where is it? No, that's still not it.
A charred old trouser belt with a heavy metal buckle. No, that's not it. Okay. I'm looking.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
Smell of mystery.
True fear.
A charred rug doll. It appears old. The doll is caked with a hard crust of fear. Its layers are like the varnish of an old age painting. A child's fear, a girl's terror, a young woman's dread. The form of cocoon smelling of turpentine that constricts the throat and forces tears from the eyes. What has Vesna to do with that guy? With the elder? Anything up here? No. Here. A destroyed door frame. By some miracle it survived the fire. Thick lines of the wood grain are visible on the frame. They arrange themselves into words carved sharply as if by a chisel. They scream about an attempt to break down the door, about the hinges finally letting go. They scream into space that does not respond. Fear has embedded itself deep into the fabric of the doorframe. Fear of the flames and trepidation about losing a loved one.
A horrible death.
Place of death, a dried blood stain. It has soaked deep into the burned boards of the house. The blood sounds like suffering. It flowed quickly. The wound inflicted with the scissors wasn't large, but it was accurate. Life left the body, the heart went into a spasm, and the mind recognized the end. It lasted for some time, and then the flames came, and the pain restarted anew. So he got killed with scissors before the house burned? Oh, that's unfortunate. Why? Nice. Can we do this again now? I have everything now by one.
So much suffering.
The buckle cuts through leather like razor. It's no longer a boring piece of clothing, but a tremendous tool that descends on exposed flesh like a vulture. It pecks at it, leaving carmine wounds. Once, twice, thrice, it cuts deep, all the way to the soul.
This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime. The murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer. I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give them back to her. She ought to know more about what happened here.
We're going to see Vesna. The same trace can be felt on the rag doll and the item dropped by the woman. Vesna smells of fear. Her nerves are badly strained, her heart is trembling, her fingers are stiff from anxiety, and her mind wanders, lost in the wilderness of fear. I may be able to find her home and discover what's behind her jittery condition.
Victor! I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Aye, aye, aye.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
I can do exactly the same to all of you.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not.
We still have another point. Many people have flaws, but only thaumaturges are aware of their existence. These are blemishes on the personality created as a result of turbulent experiences. They attract saluters and allow young thaumaturges to make a pact with their first saluter. Your flaw is pride. If you nurture it by making the right choices, it will impact the course of events in the future. My innate flaw. It got me into trouble on more than one occasion, but also kept me out of it sometimes too. It's an integral part of me. Increase the heart dimension. It's forced by one. Oh, we can have several flaws. Nice. I like that. Cool. Alright. No, that's better. We're gonna put the gumbo on here then. Alright. They've got knives, we're gonna take them out first, I guess. Hey, oi, what is with the knifeys? Oof. Dude.
Are you alright, sir?
Me? Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're alright, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Okay, there's nothing else here, I don't think. Map. Nah. Let's go to the village. I know that's the old woman.
Let's take a look around.
Still want to see if I can talk to her about something else
You've been
now.
going in so many circles, your head will spin.
And that tragedy at the Elder's farm, did it affect people badly?
Some less, others more. He was like an icon to some folk here.
But I found out he could be heavy-handed.
He was a drinker and a beater. So, some folk here don't miss him one bit. Have you got many more nosy questions?
Nosy? Did you just call me nosy? Excuse me. The wise woman revealed that Vesna sought help from her regarding her father's behavior. She was fed up with the violence he was inflicting on her.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam. Now I know that woman's trace. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at the Vasily's burned-out farmstead. Luka sincerely loves his wife. You think he loved her strongly enough to kill for her? You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that. I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over.
Please open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
He'd better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
It is clear that this is not the first time Vesna has threatened someone with her husband. Luka must not have the best reputation in the village. Residents see Luka as a sullen troll and a recluse. However, he seems to have a soft spot. Luka was at Vasily's house on the night the murder and fire took place.
I know you're scared, but please just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
Please, don't be afraid. I just need to know where I can find your husband.
He's chopping wood in the clearing by the forest.
Wait, I wanted to show her the doll. Wait, bitch, come back here. No, she's gone, isn't she? I didn't know that would exclude the other option. Oh no. It's the old woman again, isn't it? Right, let's go to the chopping place.
Again.
This time, it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Luka. It has to be Luka.
Do you still want to catch that Thaumaturge?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Did you hear? We're going to see Luca Bogosian.
I'm not sure it's Luca though. I think she killed him. Just had about enough.
I'm not here to fight.
Luca!
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Nani?
Why did you do this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one who brought the Saliter here. The spirit that you all say arrived in the village after Vasily's death. The Saliter is what's making fear consume you all and making you hot-headed. And it's because of your flaw, which has been within you since the murder took place.
A murder might just be about to take place.
Cut off his head.
What?
Tear off his head before he opens his mouth again.
I knew it was her.
Unless you're the one that killed him.
And I'd do it again if I could. Get out of here!
Here you are, Thaumaturge. Vesna's flaw is mine, and you're mine.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Let's try this challenge for now. I don't know if we can change that later. Oh, hi, big boy. Fighting Wild Saluters. To defeat a Wild Saluter, you must get rid of the shadows that protect him. Vanquishing the shadows will weaken him, but the weaker he is, the more fiercely he will fight back. The bard tells you when the Wild Saluter sends more of his enemies against you. That looks kind of cool. Perfection makes every attack on the enemy deal the maximum possible. Ooh. Can we not put 2 in there? No, we can't. Well, this is already 23, 24. So. It restores my focus. Ooh. Ooh. I'll leave it like that. What did that do? Thaumaturge has caused you to enter the suffering state. States can have benign or potentially deadly effects. Read the descriptions carefully and don't get caught off guard. Suffering receives damage at the end of every round. This effect stacks 4 times. Nani? Hell no, fuck! What? How do I get rid of this? Oh wait, sorry. Thank you for the follow. I got rid of there. Can we not do that? I didn't play Baldur's Gate, so I cannot tell you. Probably not though. But I don't know, as I said. Don't know. Is he suffering? No, he's broken down, so let's do this. That should kill him. Hey, why is that? Oh god, come on. I need to get some health back. He's got only 1 point. Let's get rid of this. No, thank you very much for asking. Right, that should kill him. Bye. We got him. Cancelled my action? Am I still in this? This is shit. I need to heal. Oof. She has a nice right hook, that lady. Holy crap, heal me! I don't need that. Thank you. Woman down!
You lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Taming a Saluter. You defeat Bukavach, the deed-dimension Saluter, but you cannot tame him on your own. Rasputin comes to your help. The untamed Saluter won't obey your orders, stops you from developing, and weakens your perception. Fortunately, Rasputin soothed his anger. You achieved the unachievable.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To
Oh
the
yeah,
stake!
this went so much better than before.
And you, why are you just standing there? Are you just letting them do this? Fine. I'll handle it myself. I did it before, and I can do it now.
What have you done? Go. You don't need to see this.
Oh. She killed somebody, but he abused her, so I don't know. We don't want her to flee, so it's either one or two. Let's remind him.
Think, Luca. Your feelings for Vesna are still true, I know that. Hear out her reasons before you do anything.
Okay. You two better not come back to the village!
As if we wanted to.
Right, well, we need to send a telegram, really? Oh, we are back at the station, I see.
Excuse me, sir? Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. Things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
What the fuck? You're miles and miles off. What the?
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father.
It's normal for you to read other people's letters and telegrams.
Do you still want to send something?
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
Why would we go there? Oh, because
I
of
have
the
to bury
vision.
my father in Warsaw. What about you?
Thanks to you, I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor, have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
Is this a threat?
Your question sounded like a threat.
Because it is, for all of us. I have the skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
Guess that's the prologue done. Ooh, is my frames gone? Frames!
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
Am I supposed to know?
I definitely didn't expect I'd be coming to my father's funeral so early.
I've noticed you two had certain differences in your views on life.
Yes, especially on my life. But admittedly, that's not a very exciting discovery. Is that all you've learned about me on our journey?
You drool in your sleep. Anything in there about Warsaw?
Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch bombing? The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then. Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and politics.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three partitions. Miners, steelworkers, governors, maids, speculators, thieves. I've forgotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the horse.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warszawa.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
Right, before we continue, I'm going on a break. It's been nearly 2 hours. I'll be right back.